In our battle to fight our introverted tendencies, we're somewhere new in the car, somewhere outside. So let's have a look. What we perhaps haven't got across in previous videos is this is a big deal for us. Since being in Nottingham, we haven't done anything like this. We haven't really driven anywhere because of anxieties around driving that we both share. And yeah, this is something new and something really good. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong about being introverted or extroverted for that matter. What's really important is finding a good balance.
So today we've come to Bluebell's Dairy Farm, a place where they sell luxury ice cream and show lots of different little animals that you see on the farm. So pigs, sheep, goats, even a golden pheasant somewhere along the way. This is Eloise's first time on the farm and I think it is going to be so much fun. So let's go! What do you think of the sheep, darling? You're smiling. Look at there. Oh, there we go. Oh! You looking for a bit of food? Following on from what James was saying, we are a very introverted couple, I would say. Probably ever since we met over 10 years ago now. You know, it's kind of just in our nature to just not go out to different places or explore too much, you know. I think for us, knowing what we're going to expect from a situation and being able to predict what's going to happen, you know, makes life easier for us. You know, stick to the status quo and you'll be fine. And I think it's very different when you're a parent as well. You may still feel introverted, but at the end of the day, your kid deserves those experiences. And I feel like it's up to us as parents to help them with that exploring, even if it means pushing ourselves out of that comfort zone and trying new things as often as possible.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Look, are you waving at them? You saying hello?
It says you can do it like.
You saying hello?
Feed them like.
Hello, alpaca. You saying hello to the alpaca? The best way to describe why I'm introverted is, to me, introversion means protection. Introversion means protection in many different ways. You know, protection from having to drive anywhere because of my driving anxiety, having to interact with other people due to social anxiety, and generally having to leave the house or do anything or deal with crowds due to my general anxiety. There is this protective measure that being an introvert gives me there. But at the same time, it has cost me personally a little bit. I think the biggest cost for me is friendships and my own social life, unsurprisingly. If I don't like a situation that I'm about to go into, maybe someone wants to go out to a party or wants to do something for someone's birthday, I might sometimes give an excuse and say I can't do it, but usually the main reason for that is I'm too scared to face a situation, and it really does pay the price if you keep doing that, which being an introvert is really what you do end up doing, and eventually turns into me once again losing contact with someone who was friends with me. And that's something I don't want to pass on to Eloise. I want her to be able to go out and become a bit more extroverted than we are, because it has a big impact on social life and social contact, and she certainly should be as social as she can be.
So just like Megan said, being introverted certainly has its costs. Keeps you safe, but it stops you having opportunity in your life. Before I got into my career, I was really passionate about music. So much so that I went to Brighton to study music professionally at the Brighton Institute of Modern Music. And the way that you're going to be successful in that sort of situation is not through being the best player or guitarist or whatever it may be, the most skilled, proficient person at your instrument. What's really important is the people that you meet, and that the people you meet like playing music with you, and that they know you're dependable, that they can rely on you to step up to the plate in any high-pressured scenario. Being really skillful at your instrument is part of that, but that does not mean that you need to be a virtuoso. What's most important is that you have those social skills and build up those social networks. And when I went down to Brighton, even though they rammed this message down our heads over and over again about the importance of contacts, I sat in my room learning scales, trying to be the best at my instrument. There was also a bit of fear in me to be able to go out and interact with people, and it wasn't inside my comfort zone, so it was something that I avoided to an extent. And like Megan, people ask you to go out and then you say, can't do it this time, and that's acceptable, right? Then they ask you again, ask you again, and ask you again. And when they ask you, oh, well, what are you doing instead? I'm saying that I'm playing guitar, I'm learning scales in my room. It's not exactly a good excuse, it's not exactly a meaningful position to take, and it pushes people away. And I did make some really good friends down in Brighton, but I think that my introversion prevented me from being successful in that space, requiring me to then rethink my life and to take a different path. When someone rings up Eloise in the future, I want her to say yes when it makes sense, when she has the opportunity to do so. And I hope going forward I can be the good example to encourage her to do so, to encourage her to be brave in those social situations.
See? Oh, sorry, I hit some of your head.
So how are we trying to tackle this problem? Well, each week, like today, we're at least forcing ourselves to get into the car, go somewhere new, and to do something that we wouldn't have normally done before. Secondly, we have started this YouTube channel, and that's required us to make something, put it out there, and put it up to potential criticism. We're sharing a piece of us with the rest of the world, and that's quite a difficult thing for us to do, and has actually been a really positive experience. And then lastly, more of a principled position, those things that make us feel uncomfortable, give us a level of discomfort, those things that we could easily talk ourselves out of but are not life or death situations. Those things are the world screaming to us that there is an opportunity here for us to have a new experience, and we shouldn't shy away from those experiences. So what we're trying to do is, when something is uncomfortable for us, we'll do it and be that demonstration to Eloise that she can do it too.
So we've just left the farm. I think we had a really good day actually. Eloise seemed to enjoy most of the animals. She cried at a few of them, but I suppose, you know, when you've got big scary Highland cattle staring at you in the face, that's going to happen. And yeah, she really seemed to like what was around her. Got a bit fussy at one point, but don't we all? I think we need to do this sort of stuff more often, you know, to get ourselves out of the house, to try see new places, to get Eloise exploring all these many different things she's not really seen before. It's a treat for us as well as her, really. So thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you like what you've seen today, please like this video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel to see more of our everyday goings on and our journey as filmmakers and parents. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.